A very good evening to all the 11th standard students of St. John's. And in this maths class, we are continuing with our chapter 7, matrices and determinants. And in fact, this chapter is included in your term test. So you need not worry that we are completing it late. Just listen, observe, try to learn the problems during the video session itself. And only limited number of problems are remaining, so you need not worry. Only some 10 to 12 problems only we have to do, so we will complete that, so you can again prepare very well for your examination. So entering into the chapter, so far we have seen what is meant by determinant and how to expand a 2 by 2 and a 3 by 3 determinant. And determinant can be expanded in two ways. One is normal expansion through first row, or even through any other row or even any other column we can expand a determinant, or by using Sarrus rule also we can expand a determinant. And using the expansion of determinant we did many problems. Now we are moving into the next heading called application of factor theorem to determinants. So in this theory part, first you have to listen carefully what is being told here. So with all these concepts only we are going to do the next 10 to 12 problems, which are very important sums. If we substitute a for x, how I am reading, if we substitute a for x in the determinant, and if the determinant value becomes 0, then we will say x minus a is a factor of the determinant. We are having one determinant. In that determinant, what we are doing, in place of x we are substituting a. If we do like that, the determinant becomes 0. The value of the determinant becomes 0. Then I can say that x minus a is a factor of that particular determinant. So we are replacing a for x. The value of the determinant becomes 0. So what we can say, x minus a is a factor of determinant. Suppose if I am replacing b for x, if the determinant becomes 0, I will say x minus b is a factor of determinant. So try to understand what is the meaning of saying factor of a determinant. If two rows are identical in a determinant, when we put x equal to a, so again we are substituting a in place of x. We are replacing x by a, and if two rows becomes identical when we do like this, so when we do the substitution, if two rows are becomes equal, then I will say x minus a is a factor. Suppose when we put x equal to a, if three rows are identical, three rows are equal, then we will say x minus a whole square is a factor. So these are all important concepts. When we are giving a substitution, if two rows becomes equal, we will say x minus a is a factor. When we give a substitution like this, if three rows becomes identical, if three rows are equal by giving this substitution, then we have to say x minus a whole square is a factor. So these two are very important note. And the next one, a square matrix or its determinant is said to be in cyclic symmetric form. A square matrix or its determinant is said as cyclic symmetric form if, what is the condition? Each row is obtained from the first row by changing the variables cyclically. For example, suppose I am having a determinant like this. For example, 1x x square, 1y y square, 1z z square. This is a determinant. I can call this determinant as a cyclic symmetric because if each row is obtained, second row can be obtained from the first row by changing x to y. If I change x as y, what happens? This becomes 1y y square, that is the second row. If I change the first x as z, third row will come. So if a determinant is like this, then we will say this determinant is of the format cyclic symmetric form. Once again I repeat, a square matrix or its determinant is said to be in cyclic symmetric form if each row is obtained from the first row by just changing the variables cyclically. In place of x, if I put y, it becomes 1y square, which is the second row. In place of x, if I replace z, 1 is z square, which is the third row. Such a determinant can be called as a cyclic symmetric format. Hope you are listening carefully. Just to go through the definitions once again and try to understand the meaning clearly. We'll go for the next concept. If the determinant is in cyclic symmetric form, we know what is meant by cyclic symmetric form. So if the determinant is in this form, cyclic symmetric form, and if m is the difference between the degree of the product of factors and the degree of product of leading diagonal elements, don't get confused. This will be clearly explained through problems. You just remember, if m is the difference between, m is nothing but difference between two things. One is degree of the product of factors and degree of product of leading diagonal elements. M is nothing but difference between these two. Which two? Degree of the product and degree of the product of leading diagonal elements. Or even you can simply say degree of the product and degree of leading diagonal elements. The difference is called as m. We will clearly see the meaning while doing the problems. Now you just think m is a number. What is m? It is the difference, subtraction of two things. What are they? Degree of product and degree of leading diagonal elements. And suppose if that m value is 0, the other factor is k. Just try to memorize. We will see the meaning while doing the problems. If m value is, what is m? It is the difference between degree of the product of factors and degree of leading diagonal elements. And the difference is 0, then the other factor is k. If the difference is 1, that is m is 1, then the other factor is k into a plus b plus c. And if the difference is 2, m is equal to 2, then the other factor is this, k into a square plus b square plus c square plus l into ab plus bc plus ca. So we have to remember all the three formulas. If the difference is 0, other factor is k. If the difference is 1, other factor is k into a plus b plus c. If the difference is 2, then the other factor is k into a square plus b square plus c square plus l into ab plus bc plus ca. So just keep all these three things in your mind. What is m? It is the difference between degree of the product and degree of leading diagonal elements. Just have these concepts in your mind. We will see the meaning through the problems. So with all these concepts, again, you have to spend more time in listening to all these things. Even you can listen twice, try to understand clearly, then come to this problem. Problem number 27. Show that this determinant value is equal to x minus a whole square into x plus 2a. So we need to prove that this determinant is equal to this. Show that this equal to this. So what how I'm going to start the problem is, first I'm going to take this as delta. First I'm going to take this and I'll try to prove it is equal to these two things. So just keep this in your mind, x minus a whole square, x plus 2a. So from this answer itself, I'm going to decide two things. First, I'm going to replace x is equal to a in this determinant by seeing this answer. Since x minus a whole square, I am going to substitute x equal to a in this determinant. Next, I am going to substitute x is equal to minus 2a in this determinant. This I am thinking purely because of this answer. By seeing the answer, I am deciding I am going to substitute x equal to a in this determinant and x is equal to minus 2a in this determinant. And observe how we are doing this problem. Now see, as I said in the answer, we are just taking the LHS as delta. Delta is nothing but this determinant. Now by seeing the answer, what I actually need to prove, and just write the answer here, x minus a whole square into x plus 2a. This is the answer that I needed to prove. So by keeping this in mind, first step I am writing, put x equal to a in delta. So delta equal to, wherever x, put a there. So in place of x, put a. In place of x, put a. In place of x, put a. So all the 3 rows are equal. We know if the 2 rows are equal, the value is 0. So here also the value of the determinant will be 0 because all the rows are equal. But here all the 3 rows are identical. Therefore, by the theory part, x, when I put x is equal to a in this determinant, all the 3 rows becomes equal. So what should I say? X minus a whole square is a factor. Suppose if only 2 rows are equal, then I will say x minus a is a factor. Since all the 3 rows are equal, I should say x minus a whole square is a factor. Right? So now, by this next concept, x plus 2a is given in the answer. So I am going to substitute, put x is equal to minus 2a in this determinant. So see, wherever x is there, x is present in the diagonals, there and all I am writing minus 2a. So see, from first row taking a as common, from second row taking a as common, from third row take a as common, so that becomes a cube. So a determinant, you will be having, after taking a as common, this becomes minus 2, 1, 1. A as common, this number comes. Third row, if a goes out, 1, 1, minus 2 is remaining. The next step, what I am doing is just adding all the rows. R1 gives, we are doing a transformation. R1 gives R1 plus R2 plus R3. So what happens? If I do this transformation, that is R1 gives, first row I am going to change. How I am going to change? I am going to add this first row with the remaining 2 rows. So if I do like that, what happens? 1 plus 1, 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So when I add all the numbers, the answer becomes 0. Similarly, if I add this 1 plus 1, 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So when I expand this determinant using first row, since all are zeros, the answer of the determinant, the value of the determinant also becomes 0. I think you will understand. We have started like this. Put x is equal to minus 2a. When we do that, the determinant value becomes 0. So what should I say? X plus 2a is a factor. X plus 2a is a factor. Now, I said what is meaning of m. I will explain through the problems. Now listen carefully. Product of factors I am writing. So how many factors that I have found? This is one factor and the degree is power is 2. This is another factor that we found out. Here the power is 1 because bracket power 1. So here the power is 2. This is one factor we found out. Power is 2. This is another factor we found out. Power is 1. So 2 plus 1, that is written as 3. So product of factors is 3. Product of leading diagonal elements. Product of leading diagonal means you go for the question delta. Now see, this is called a leading diagonal. See, now add the degrees of this leading diagonal. This is x power 1, power 1, power 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is called product of leading diagonal elements. Product of degree, clearly telling product of degree of leading diagonal elements. So that is 3. How to find product of factors? What are the factors that we found out? 1 and 2. Here the degree is 2. Here the degree is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Product of leading diagonal means where we have to check from the determinant. Only take the leading diagonal elements. Add the powers 1, 1, 1. So 3. And m is nothing but the difference between these two. When I subtract these two, the answer is 0. If m is 0, what is the other factor? The other factor is k. Yes or no? If m is 1, the other factor is k into a plus b plus c. Since m is 0, the other factor is k. Already we found out two factors, 1 and this. Now we are getting the other factor is k. So now I am going to write delta is equal to, this is one factor, this is another factor, k is another factor. So I can write delta as k into x minus a whole square, x plus 2a. This is one factor, this is another factor, the other factor is k. So delta can be written as these three factors. These two we found out. This we found out using m value. Since m is 0, the other factor is k. So now delta is written like this. Delta means the question given. xaa, axA, aa. This is delta. So delta is equal to this. This is taken as equation number 1. So now the only thing is I want to find the value of k. For that I have to substitute value. I have to take values for x and a. See, if I take x is 1 and a is 1, what happens here? 1 minus 1 becomes 0, so that the RHS fully will become 0. Such kind of values we should not take. Again, keep in mind, we are going to choose values for x as well as a in both LHS and RHS. We are going to substitute the values of x and a. This value we can take as per our wish. This is our wish, but the condition is the values that we take should not make RHS or LHS 0. In such a way we have to choose the values. The values that we choose should not make RHS 0, or it should not make LHS 0. It should not make both the sides 0. Even it should not make any one of the sides 0. Such a way we have to select the values. So now I am taking x equal to 1 and a equal to 2. I cannot take same values 2, 2, because 2 minus 2 will become 0. Such values I should not take. So I am taking different values, x equal to 1, a is equal to 2. You can choose your own values also. So just substitute these things here. Wherever x is there, 1, 1, 1. A means 2, 2, 2. Here also x means 1, 1 minus 2 whole square. Again 1 plus 2, a in place of a, 2. Expand this determinant, you will be getting this line. So if you see 4 plus 1, 5. This is minus 1. Minus 1 whole square is 1. So 5 into 1, 5. 5 into k, 5k. Simplifying this, we are getting 5. 5, 5 cancels, k is equal to 1. So now we got k value. Now after getting k value, substitute this k value in this first equation. So that this determinant is equal to, k is 1. So you need not write this. This we have written. So this is the thing that we needed to prove. So hence prove. Hope you would have understood the meaning of solving this sum. Just follow the procedure. Once again, just closely observe what are the things that we do to solve this sum. In the same way, we will see another sum. Problem number 28. 28th sum. Show that determinant of b plus c, a minus c, a minus b, b minus c, c plus a, b minus a, c minus b, c minus a plus b. This determinant value is equal to 8abc. We need to prove this. So again we are going to go for factor theorem. Again I am going to closely observe the answer. A is given, b is given, c is given. So what I am going to do is first put a equal to 0 in delta, and then b equal to 0 in delta, c equal to 0 in delta. So with the answer only we are selecting our first step, what we are going to do. Even in this sum, if you see, by seeing the answer, we started by putting x equal to a, x equal to minus 2a. Here a, b, c, 3 terms product is given. So I am going to separately take a equal to 0 and substitute here, b equal to 0, c equal to 0 and substitute here, and let's see what happens. Now see, first the LHS, we are taking it as delta. So delta is equal to LHS. What is our first step? Put a equal to 0 in delta. This we are doing by simply seeing the answer. We need to prove this is equal to 8abc. Since abc are present, I have chosen this step. Put a equal to 0 in delta. What happens? B plus c. If I put a 0, it becomes minus c. A 0 means minus b. So wherever a is there, put 0 there and write this. So this comes. Now from the second column, take c as common from second column. From the third column, take b as common. So b into c is come outside. So first column remains as it is. Second column becomes 1, 1, 1 and here minus. Similarly 1, 1, 1 here minus. Now if you see, second and third column are equal. If two columns are equal, what is the value of the determinant? 0. So cb into 0 is 0. So now you closely think. We have substituted a equal to 0 in this determinant, and the determinant value becomes 0. So what should I say? A minus 0 is a factor because only two columns are equal. A minus 0 is a factor. A minus 0, which is called as a. So a is a factor of delta. Similarly, we can able to prove B and C are also factors of delta, because if I put B equal to 0, if putting B equal to 0, what will happen here? C, here A minus C, here A. Similarly, minus C, C plus A, minus A. Similarly, if you take like this, again that determinant will also be equal. You can check it by yourself. We are writing it as similarly B and C are also factors of delta. Only one thing we have proved, A is a factor. Other two we are just like that we are writing. Even you can check whether it is right or not. Similarly, B and C are also factors of delta. Now calculate the product of factors. How many factors we found out? Totally how many factors we found out? First factor is A, second one is B, third one is C. So power 1, power 1, power 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1. Product of factors is 3. Next I have to calculate what? Product of leading diagonals. So go for the question and take the leading diagonal elements. And here also the power is B plus C, means if I put a bracket here, power 1 comes. Here also bracket power 1, power 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1. Product of leading diagonals is also equal to 3. So difference, the subtraction of these two, the answer is 0. So M is 0. Therefore the other factor is K, because M is 0. Therefore the other factor must be K. Already we found out 3 factors. What are they? A, B, C. Now the other factor is K. So this delta can be written as delta is equal to K is one factor, A, B, C are other 3 factors. So delta can be written as product of 4 factors, K, A, B, C. Now what is delta? The question. So just take this and write in place of delta and K, A, B, C. Now what is our aim? We need to find value of K. So what we have to prove? This delta is equal to 8 ABC. So when we find the value of K, it should be equal to 8. Then only our problem, what we are doing, is correct. So here also, see what are the values that we have to substitute. A, B, C are the 3 variables present here. So we have to choose values for them. So A equal to 1, B equal to 2, C equal to 3. We are taking like that. It is not necessary that you should always take like this. You can choose your own 3 values also. So taking these values and substituting in this determinant, B plus C, 2 plus 3, 5. A minus C, 1 minus 3 minus 2. A minus B, 1 minus 2 minus 1. Similarly, substitute the values here. You will get this. K, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, right? So this becomes 6K. 3 into 2, 6, 6 into K, 6K. Expand this determinant using first row. So you will get this. I need not explain this. You know very well how to expand a determinant. So equal to, this is 6K. Now simplifying these numbers, you will be getting 48 equal to 6K. Cancelling, K equal to 8. So we got K value here. So once we get K value, we should take that and substitute in first equation. So first equation becomes, this is the question. This is equal to, in place of K, put 8ABC. So we have proved this result. This is what is asked in the question and we have proved this. So hence proved. Hope you would have understood. We will see the next sum. Problem number 29. Show that this determinant value is equal to A plus B plus C into A minus B, B minus C, C minus A. So same thing, we are seeing only same type of problems. These are all important sums. You should first listen carefully. Just try to understand the steps that we are following in each and every sum. Now as usual, the given question is taken as delta. So delta equal to this LHS. You need to prove this is equal to this 4 factors. Again, see the answer. A minus B, B minus C, C minus A. This gives us the clue how to start the sum. Put A is equal to B. So that is our first step. Put A equal to B in this delta. So what happens for delta? B plus C. In place of A, put B. In place of A, put B. So B square. In place of this A, write B. B square. In place of A, put B. B plus B becomes 2B. C square. Right? Now if you see the first row and second row, B plus C, B plus C, B square, B square. So first row and second row are equal. Therefore, the value of this determinant is 0. What is the reason? Row 1 and row 2 are equal. So what should I say? I have substituted a as b in this delta, and the value becomes 0. So what should I say? A minus b is a factor. So a minus b is a factor of delta. Once we prove one thing, remaining things we can write similarly. Similarly, b minus c and c minus a are also factors of delta. If you want, you can check it. Even in the examination, we can you just write similarly. B minus c and c minus a are also factors of delta. So what is the product of factors? This is one factor, second one, third one. So power is 1, here also power is 1, here also power is 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1. Product of factors is 3. Then product of leading diagonals. Where we have to check this? Go to the question. See, this is called leading diagonal elements. This is called what? Leading diagonal elements. See the powers. Here if I put a bracket, power will be 1. Here also power will be 1. Here the power is 2. So 1 plus 1 plus 2, 4. So product of leading diagonals is 4. What is m value? The difference between these two. 4 minus 3. Answer is 1. Since m value is 1, what is the other factor? K into a plus b plus c. Hope you are listening and understanding it. We are finding two things: product of factors, product of leading diagonals, and the difference between them is called m. So 4 minus 3 is 1. If m is equal to 1, we know that the other factor is k into a plus b plus c. So now I am going to write delta is equal to, we found out three factors. What are they? A minus b, b minus c, c minus a. And what is the other factor? K into a plus b plus c. So combining everything, these three and this, we are writing delta as a minus b, b minus c, c minus a, k, a plus b plus c. So what is actually delta? The given question, LHS. So just write delta as this and write all these things here. That is taken as first equation. What is our aim? Our aim is to find k value. For that, what we have to do? Take a, b, c values. So here also I am choosing myself. A is 1, b is 2, c is 3. Again I am telling you can choose your own values. What is the condition? The values that you choose should not make any of the sides 0. Such values you should not take. For example, if you take b2, c2, what happens? 2 minus 2 will become 0. So fully this RHS becomes 0. Such values you should not take. So that is why I am taking all the numbers are different numbers. A1, b is equal to 2, c is equal to 3. So substitute all these numbers here. If a is 1, b is 2, c is 3, what happens for the first row? B plus c, 2 plus 3, 5, 1, 1. B means 2, b square means 4, c means 3, c square means 9. A plus b means 1 plus 2, 3, c plus a means 3 plus 1, 4. So like that we have to substitute here. Here also a minus b, 1 minus 2, b minus c, 2 minus 3. Like that I am going to substitute and show it in the next line. Now see, if you substitute those values in the first equation, you will get like this. So expanding this determinant, this is the expansion of this determinant. This is multiplication of all these things. 6 into 2, 12. This becomes 1. So 12k. If you simplify this, 12 comes. So 12, 12 cancel. K is equal to 1. So once you find k value, you should what? Substitute k value in equation 1. So substituting k is equal to 1 in equation 1. Equation 1 you just refer. This is LHS. And RHS is actually a minus b, b minus c, c minus a, k, a plus b plus c. But k is 1, so we need not write that. So finally this is the answer. Actually this is what we have to prove. Hope you would have understood this sum. These are all very important sums. Write and practice. We will see the next continuation in next video. So don't forget to watch that video also.